We'll have a moment of silent meditation and a pledge to the flag. Thank you. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Montague County Commission for July 1st, 2020. We will begin with consents and approval.
Good morning.
Good morning.
God bless you.
I know, that's all right, yeah.
We have 12 exonerations for $4,222.26. Minutes for June 17th and June 24th. Vouchers, General County Fund, $98,060.58. Coal severance, $7,612.29. 911, $4,084.28. Home confinement, $5,142.37. Chestnut Ridge Park, $2,489.68. Camp Muffley, $1,295.24. Mason-Dixon Park, $394.23. Recreation Levy, $5,817.58. Teen Court, $12,762.24. Purchasing card vouchers, General County Fund, $34,722.30. 911, $1,697.55. Chestnut Ridge Park, $205.29. Mason-Dixon Park, $37.39. For a voucher total of $174,321.02. We have position vacancies for boards and authorities: Western Board of Zoning Appeals, Montague County Planning Commission, Montague County Development Authority, Cape Muffley Advisory Board, Abandoned Dilapidated Enforcement Agency, Mason-Dixon Park Advisory Board, Region 6 Planning Development Council, Historic Landmarks Commission, and the Mountaineer Trail Network Authority. The fiduciary orders for July 1st, 2020, and an itemized statement of services for Fiduciary Commissioner George Armstead.
Move for approval.
Second.
Been properly moved and second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Introductions of new employees and personnel changes. I have one for Sheriff Palmer. I don't see Sheriff or Representative here. Of Ashlyn Kelly for a secretary, office clerk, full-time.
Her salary will be $2,500 a month, and she is full-time eligible for benefits.
Okay.
Move for approval.
Second.
Been properly moved and second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
And the county clerk's office has one.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. I'd like to introduce Sean Strain, who's a graduate student in the history department, who will be starting as a part-time employee.
Move for approval.
Second.
Been properly moved and second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
And welcome.
Welcome.
Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Abby.
I will make notice that I am affected by seasonal allergies, as Tom was sneezing there for a minute. I try not to cough while I'm up here and during these meetings, but sometimes it does happen. I assure you we're all safe here. Okay. We will open with comments from the public. Is there anybody here who wishes to come forth and speak for 3 minutes or less? Hearing none, we'll close comments from the public and begin with correspondence. Letter of thanks from the Mountaineer Area Robotics.
It's just a letter thanking you all for...
We'll get it.
Sorry. Colleen, do we have grants? Okay, we have no grants. I'm sorry. Sorry, correspondence.
So we got a letter from the Mountaineer Area Robotics team. It's thanking the commission for their contribution and just an overview of what they've been able to do and what they haven't been able to do because of the virus. Apparently they are working on several projects, on several STEM projects in the community, and they wanted you to be aware of that as well.
Good. Well, that's good to hear that they're still together.
Yep. The second item that came in yesterday was an administrative order signed by Judge Gajot. They have appointed new Judge Cindy Scott to be Chief Judge until December 31st of 2022. And then also she will be the judge that presides over the adult drug court.
Good. Congratulations.
And the last bit of correspondence, very late yesterday, I was contacted by the District 4 office of the Department of Highways. They have been directed by the state to get the, I don't know what you want to call it, I guess the endorsement from the commission regarding several projects, paving projects in the county. The letter is that they asked us to endorse is addressed to Darby Clayton, who's their District 4 engineer. It says, we endorse the proposed West Virginia CARES Act projects for Montague County. The proposed projects are critical in the transporting of our residents to nearby medical emergency facilities. Please do not hesitate to contact our office should you require further support or information regarding the proposed projects. And those projects include small portions of Jakes Run Road, Bethel Road, Bowlby Road, Rand Road, Boy Scout Camp Road, Little Falls Road, a very short portion of West Virginia Route 7, and a small portion of Opakiska Road.
Okay. Let it be known that this came to us late yesterday. We did participate because it was a deadline of yesterday to have us approve this. So we did participate and decided to do so. The participation, however, was just an agreement to make sure that if we can get $2.5 million more of projects into Montague County of paving, that we would certainly be in agreement. Commission, however, had no input whatsoever in picking any of these projects. All these projects were picked by the district engineer, Dave McCormick, and they do relate to the items that Renetta just said.
One quick
Yes.
clarification, they were picked by the district engineer, Darby Clayton,
Okay.
in consultation
With
with the county maintenance supervisor, Dave McCormick.
All right, thank you. So that it's just clear that we would want the public to understand that when these projects are being done, sometimes the projects are short distance, and sometimes I know that people will question, well, why did it only go this far? And this is the submission that's being made on the recommendation of Darby and David. So,
Sean, did you want to explain what the road, why they said this meets, what's actually being paved? The actual project.
That's what she just read.
Okay,
I
for the
read all
road,
those names.
not why, but those roads were because of,
Well,
The letter says it's for medical emergency facilities and transporting of residents.
They also looked at critical areas that, for that, and also for bus turning and
Right.
transportation. So they kind of looked at our county and said, oh, obviously it's CARES money, so it was important that those roads had needed upgrades in regards to emergency medical services, but also in regards to the school
Right,
system
the
being
school
able
system was all- yeah.
to utilize specific areas.
so.
okay, yeah.
Okay. And I hope this gives
I'll be
some
cool.
clarification, to the public as to, and it was just simply that this was a last minute and would not be able to have put it, or we would not have qualified it. It actually, I think, is being driven to Charleston today for compliance. So, is there any other correspondence?
No, sir.
I did have one thing, and it was in today's paper, but I believe we all got an email yesterday about the cancellation of the black bear season.
Yes.
Matt Dreyer had sent an email saying, unfortunately, there wasn't going to be a season today, and it was in today's paper, but I just want to note that we did receive that
That's
correspondence.
Okay. Unfinished business.
No, sir.
Okay. New business. First, to consider approval, requisition number 29 for the Morgantown Industrial Park Series 2017A Project Fund.
That requisition is for $41,386.25. Those funds will be paid to Adrian Enterprises, Thrasher Group, and Orion Strategies.
Move for approval?
Second.
Been properly moved and second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Next, consideration to approve up to $1,100 in funding for the Stewartstown Community Council to purchase round tables for the Stewartstown's community building.
Move for approval.
Second?
Been properly moved and second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
To consider appointments to the Pleasant Valley Public Service District and Montague County Development Authority.
Lisa Angresco has been serving. She has submitted a letter saying that she wants to be reappointed. We did not receive any, this is for the Pleasant Valley PSD.
Yes.
We have not received any other applications.
So in regards to Ms. Gresco, I move that she be reappointed to the Pleasant Valley PSD.
Second.
Been properly moved and second for reappointment. All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have a development authority? or-
Yes.
Okay.
With the departure of Paul Brake from the city of Morgantown, that left a vacancy. The city council has passed 7-0 vote to appoint interim city manager Emily Muzzarelli.
Good.
I move that we approve the appointment of Emily Mazzarelli to the Mon County Development Authority.
Second.
Been properly moved and second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
I
And
think that's a
just
great
want-
appointment.
Yeah, I want to note that I've worked with Emily. She was a member of the Red Team assisting Paul, and her skill set is valuable for that particular project, and I hope that she continues working on that project. But specifically, I'm glad to see that she's going to be working with the Development Authority.
Good. And lastly, consideration to renew the support contract with Global Science and Technology Incorporated for County Commission network support, administration, and consulting.
Move for approval.
Second?
Been properly moved and second for approval. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
And just to clarify, this is a continuation of the current support. The charge is the same as last year, and it's money well spent.
$560 a month.
Yes.
Reports from elected officials. Good morning, Mark.
Just want to present to go over, we're getting ready to start our summer satellite season next Wednesday, and we're doing a little different this year than we've had in the past due to the COVID. So this year's theme is kind of the 2020 drive-up satellites. So the sites we're going to be located is not going to be where, example, next Wednesday is Morgantown High. Normally people walk into the building, turn in their stuff. Now we're going to use their parking lot where the students park and just do a drive-up. So we'll have staff there as cars come up. We'll go ahead and take their information from there. They don't have to get out. They can just go ahead and hand it there. Avoids being in the school for one, because the schools weren't really, wanting us to be in there if possible. So we're doing that, but with the help of Jimmy and the Mecca group there, we're going to have one of their mobile command thing there set up so staff will have the benefit of being inside somewhere, and plus it'll have internet connection. So those sites where that will be, we'll be able to look up some stuff for taxpayers if they have any questions there. So this year's thing is going, like I said, it's going to be drive up. There's a couple sites that it's kind of impossible at Mon General and Health Science. We'll work out something there with them, maybe being outside there. But for the other sites that we've kind of condensed some of the areas into larger ones so we could do this drive up. So again, it's new. We're going to see how it goes, but we're hoping that the taxpayers will take full advantage of this opportunity. So next Wednesday when we kick it off, it's going to be 11 to 6, so we're going to do a full day at Morgantown High. We always get a great turnout for the way we've been doing the satellites, so we're hoping this will entice more people to come out to avoid. And I know as of, I came down here a little early, but as of 9:45 this morning, I know we had over 250 people that filed online already.
Wow.
Since 9. So hopefully people are taking advantage of that again this year as they did last year, and these satellites, and may reduce still the number of folks coming down here to turn in their stuff. So that's what I want to present. I will give a copy of this also to Ben, because we had discussed further and maybe get it out to the public more about the drive-ups and explain how it'll operate. So
Might offer up the fact that, actually Chestnut Ridge would be a little bit out of the way, but Mason-Dixon and Camp Muffley could both be made available to you if...
And what we're doing through the ones we
There's no
have, we do
activities.
Clay Battelle High School, which has always been a good site. Well, we did the fire department, but Clay Battelle's allowing us to use their school out there in that area so we can do the drive up. But what we want to look at is if these things go well, as we're hoping, we want to add between now and the time other sites,
Okay.
which we had looked at too for those parks and stuff like that. We wanted to make sure this is something that people.
Yes,
will-
because there's no scheduled, I mean, I know, at Camp Muffley, there's no scheduled
Right.
activity and very little scheduled at
Right.
Mason-Dixon.
And, and we may try also what we did last fall. If you remember, we set up a table outside there for a little bit to try to, we may be looking at that also to do periodically, weather permitting, of course. If we can do that to help lessen still the number of people coming in and help expedite the process a lot quicker.
Very good.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you,
All right,
Mark.
Thank you.
Any other reports from elected officials?
Since I had asked Jimmy last week, Jimmy, oh, okay. I was going to ask Jimmy if he wanted to say anything this time.
In a minute.
Good morning.
morning.
I am here for acceptance of the list that the sheriff presented 2 weeks ago, the delinquent list. So I have, let me put this back on and come up there and hand out these numbers to you.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. Is that the list?
Yeah.
Yes,
just-
that is the list. There's several hundred pages.
So you want me to hand that list to you?
No, you can keep it.
Okay.
I have plenty downstairs.
All right.
Okay, so, the numbers that we did not go over the last time. The outstanding real estate right now is $3,642,218.38. Personal property is $2,002,242.69 for a total delinquent of $5,644,461.07, or 5.5% of the overall tax that were to be collected. We will, however, be able to collect 100% of the real estate when we hold our tax sale. And then for personal property, we average about 77% in collections.
Good.
And then at the bottom, those are comparisons, just so you can see the
Right.
prior 2
Lot
years.
less.
Yes. A definite improvement over the years.
Yes.
It is, and I'll tell you, I think maybe part of the reason is they had an extra month this year, because the deadline was
Right.
moved to June, so I just need an acceptance from commission.
So the list that was presented a couple weeks ago, that list remains intact.
Correct, because
This
we
is-
did not, you had no one come before you that I'm aware of that
Has disputed it.
that disputed, right, so then, yes.
Okay, so we need,
I would say we would need a motion on this action to hand this.
Move
Just-
to accept and finalize, is that, yeah.
well, it's,
Accept and approve.
yeah, it's been approved,
It's
so
been-
it's already been published, so, yeah. Second?
Probably moved in second
Just to
to
let-
hand you this list. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
You may have the list.
Actually, that's your copy
Thank
for your
you.
record.
We understand. Last week, we did ask Jimmy Smith, but
That was my fault.
it was not communicated to me that.
That was my fault.
Jimmy-
I take credit.
Well, it's okay. And Jimmy, if you would care to give a report now, thank you.
Yes. Over the last several weeks, our office has been working with representatives from the state and the National Guard, along with Bobby and his staff at his office, and we've been able to obtain what we feel would be an appropriate amount of PPEs that we do see another spike this fall as the students start coming back. We believe we have the appropriate and necessary PPEs to supply Montague County and our first responders here in Montague County for a period of at least 6 months if we were to see that. So we do have that on stock now here in the county.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Are there any other reports from elected officials? Hearing none, we'll move to reports from county commissioners. Sean?
Since last Thursday, had my Milan Park board meeting, and then in the afternoon, we did Mon County Development Authority. We were doing the proposal, essentially oral presentations by the 4 4 vendors were selected from the list of all the vendors that submitted bids in regards to the airport design project for the, I say airport design, but it's actually the Commerce Park design. So 4 vendors were down selected, and then we did oral presentations. We did 2 on Thursday afternoon and then 2 on Monday morning. And then we'll meet again today to talk about our recommendations to the full Development Authority Board. Then on Friday, we had staff reports, and in the afternoon, as I mentioned, we did after that, we did the Development Authority proposal reviews. Monday, I did have the opportunity to go to the swearing-in ceremony for Judge Cindy Scott. I think she's a wonderful addition to the court. It's no secret that she's a personal friend of mine, and I'm really excited to work with her and see what she brings to the table. I also did reach out to Judge Scudier, who also is a friend of mine. I've known her husband is an assistant principal at St. Francis, taught my kids. Her daughter is a teacher at St. Francis, taught my kids. And I told her, I said, either way, the county would have been in good hands, depending on whoever won that. And I appreciate her willingness to serve, her willingness to put herself out there. And she did come to the job and kind of dove head in and took on a lot of extra responsibility and help the county or help the court system through these unprecedented times. So as a chief judge, having to lead the court through these times, I really appreciate her service. So I'm looking forward to working for Cindy, and I hope to I'll continue to consider Deb a friend and hope to work with her again in the future. Today we have a regular day. We had our call with Greene County before this. I have a Development Authority Executive Committee meeting this afternoon. And then tomorrow, Thursday, I have Mylan Park Executive Committee meeting. I have a MAP Executive Committee meeting, and I have a Development Authority, not Development Authority, Mason-Dixon Historical Park Advisory meeting at night. So Friday is the holiday. It's the July 4th holiday. So I wish all of our employees to have a wonderful rested holiday. Be safe. We have a lot of things going on in the county with the event that they're putting on at Mylan Park, and I hope some people can enjoy some part of it. And lastly, today is the beginning of our new fiscal year, so Happy New Year to everybody.
Okay, thank you. Tom?
First, as Sean said, we received a letter from Matt Dreher about the Black Bears season being over, and I think it's something the three of us are monitoring very carefully, and we will hope that, our legislators or federal legislators will monitor this, because it's real important that we have this program next year in the Black Bears. And to say what they are doing, they've offered the Pantry Plus More, the parking lot, to do a food giveaway in August. And I want, so those are the kind of things they continually do. And even though I did hand out this to the commissioners, I want to give this to the clerk to be part of the record, which is the Pantry Plus More annual report, because we always ask for information, and I just want to make that as part of the report. July 4th, again, we do have a celebration, as was mentioned, and I can tell you the movie now that we have gotten is Doolittle for the younger generation to watch and then prepare. Then at 9:45, we have a 20-minute fireworks display that's going to be pretty awesome that can be seen throughout the county. And we're also social distancing, so we're making sure we're following the rules. And finally, again, I just want to add, as you know, I've been adamant about masks, mandating masks. We didn't have it when the students came back, but with the new situations with Planet Fitness, the restaurants, and I just noticed our numbers went up to 161. They're going up slowly, but I am asking for the governor to continue to not only support masks, but to mandate masks, and if he's unwilling to do that, allow the counties to make a decision between the county commissioners and the health department so we can get mandated masks in the businesses and move forward before the students come back. And that's it.
Thank you. Last Wednesday, I did attend the first meeting in quite a while, the Montague County 4-H Leaders Association. Most 4-H activities have been suspended except a virtual camp that Becca is putting on. We will have still the animal show and sale, but not, of course, the fair. Sadly, on Sunday, that would be the day that we would begin Older Camp, and I would be a counselor at Older Camp on Sunday. I did also attend the swearing-in ceremony of Judge Scott. I think, just Sean said, we have really some great justices that in the past and now in our present in this county to serve. This day in history, this was the first day of the pivotal Battle of Gettysburg beginning, as well as the new year. So I want everybody to celebrate the 4th of July responsibly. Please watch these fireworks that are being presented. Don't try and set off your own fireworks and fire guns and scare animals and scare people. We really don't need that. We really don't need this. Let's not turn this. I notice what's been going on in New York City and other places. We really don't want that to be an example for Montague County. And lastly, I got a call out of the blue from Mr. Chuck Hunter. And Mr. Hunter is the last remaining dairyman in Montague County. Well, I grew up on a dairy farm, as some of you know, and quite frankly, he said, and you got to remember, everybody who's that generation calls me Eddie. Eddie, are we ever going to see anything about farmland preservation? So I am asking that we call Ms. LaDonna Teets for a work session in the future, so that we can at least discuss this again with our county commissioners present, and perhaps maybe I could get Mr. Hunter to attend. That being said, I'll ask for adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
Second?
We are adjourned. Thank you.